Welcome to the Tier List Podcast. My name is Joel Hagman. To my left is Liam Daly, and to my right is Ryan Patterson.
Welcome to the show where the vibes are always immaculate.
Always.
Shout out Josh Hart.
Yes, sir.
Josh Hart, right? Is that like your thing now? Like, just every episode is going to be shout out to Josh Hart?
Until he's on the podcast.
He came up with it.
Well, I know, but you're stealing his thing, though.
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that? It's
I'm
the
fine with
viewers
that.
fine with that, though?
Is Josh Hart fine with that? Did you talk to Joshua
You should
Lee
DM
Hart?
him.
I have DM'd him. He didn't respond.
It's probably because he
He's
hasn't.
like, hey, Josh Hart, I started a podcast called the Tier List Podcast. You should follow us.
You
Also,
should subscribe.
I'm using your line.
No, So he when he was proposing to his wife, he wore these like really tight pants because he didn't think like his legs got bigger since the last time because he wore his draft day like pants, and this is 2 years later, and so his whole comment section were peach emojis because it was really tight, and so every once in a while I'll DM him like a peach emoji.
Wow.
That's kind of awkward. But anyways, let's move on.
That's what you guys should do to us. Not the peach emoji, but you guys should like as much as Ryan comments on Josh Hart's stuff and subscribe and rate the show 5 stars.
What kind of
At-
stuff?
All of our stuff. Like, I don't know, like Insta, TikTok.
The TikTok goes wild sometimes.
How do you say the tiki-talkie?
Tiki-toki.
The tiki-talkie. YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Just, you can see us all there.
Everywhere.
All right?
You guys know this by now. This is episode 4, dude.
Yeah,
We're
episode
on
4,
Spotify.
guys. We are here.
It's like a month in every Friday. It's a month.
It's crazy. Like, whew.
Unless for some reason I
We
decided
didn't
just
film the
not to
Pixar
edit.
episode back to back with this one.
Yeah.
That's not why we're talking about Josh Hart a second
We
time
are
in a
talking
row.
about Josh Hart this whole time.
Yeah.
All
This is
of
the
his-
Josh Hart episode.
His sports moments.
I'll do a Josh Hart Instagram tier list. Screw it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Anyways, no, we're not.
Shout out
doing
Josh Hart.
that. We are.
Shout out Mike and Ike's.
Mike and I.
Oh, we should have
You
done
like-
Halloween candy.
Well,
I
we
told you that was
missed
going to be
out
a
on
clip.
that. We missed out on that.
Thanksgiving
all right?
food is next.
Ooh,
All right.
Oh, episode 5.
I told you. I
We'll
told
If
you.
find
we
out.
make it that far.
Well,
Yeah, for real.
Hey, we're farther than most podcasts. Most podcasts only get
That's
to
true.
like 3 episodes.
We should get a. We should
Yeah,
get
look at
a-
the Liam Daily
Where's
show.
the cake? Like, we need a cake to celebrate this moment. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Let's just move on. All right.
Josh?
Today's topic: we're doing Nintendo games franchises.
Yes.
So we're doing Nintendo games franchises. So it's gonna be a fun one. You guys gonna be ready to listen in and hear what we have for you guys? Are you guys ready for this? There's a lot of Nintendo games.
I'm very passionate about my Nintendo games.
Like, I love Nintendo. Like, can we just like real quick talk about Nintendo? I love
Started
Nintendo.
off as a trading card company in the year 1886. I don't know what year it was, but it was the late 1800s. I remember that.
But
Or no, it was a toy company, not trading cards.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think what they've done with the video game like industry has helped change.
They're the gold standard.
They are like, I love everything that they do.
Like they are like the game studio that most consistently pumps out
Yeah.
the greatest games.
Yeah, there's always quality games that you can play, in all range of type of games.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just one specific like. It's just only RPGs or only party style games.
Yeah.
Not only racing, all of it, and it does such a wonderful job with it.
And they have the games and the consoles to back it up.
Yeah.
And a legendary lineup to go all the way through it. And the trading cards, the toys, the physicals. Dude.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into this, what is your favorite Nintendo console? Like
GameCube, easily.
GameCube? Really?
GameCube's my favorite.
And
That's
what
why I
game
have
on
it.
the GameCube?
See, I have a cop-out answer. That's a collection that has my personal favorite game, but I'm not going to go with that. If I have to pick
Taxi Driver.
single,
Simpsons Taxi Driving.
if I had to pick one that I'd say is my favorite on there, it would be either Super Mario Sunshine or Mario Kart Double Dash.
You like Mario Sunshine?
Yeah, or Wind Waker. I'll go those 3.
Yeah, those ones are good ones. Do you have a favorite console?
I mean, I grew up on the Wii. Just nostalgia between the Wii and the DS. Those are my 2 favorites because you got the at-home
DS is really
console, and it's just there. It's always going to be there for you, except when it gets stolen by a robber. Then it's not there for you.
Not there
But
for
Grandma
you.
comes in clutch. Shout out, Grandma.
Yeah.
But the DS, I mean, you could take it everywhere. I had
Shout
that
out
thing on me
Robber for building
all the time.
character.
Real. They stole. Never mind.
And never mind.
He stole all my money, dude. I was so upset.
Stinking
Anyway,
Robert.
what's Joel? What's
No, Robber.
Robert. Oh, I thought you said Robert. I was like, who's Robert? And I'm like,
Robert?
why did he steal?
Who's Robert and why are we?
Why
beating
are we
him up?
bringing him up? I
Robert
mean,
the
do we need to go
Robber?
beat him up right now?
Joel, what's your favorite console? of all time?
Okay, so can I give? Okay, Nintendo Switch is probably my favorite, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I just love the aspect
response.
and change from the Wii to this was so unique and different, but it made what the Wii was and better to me with the controllers and all the games that on the Switch I love, and I love like the motion and like how much smaller it is. Like it does such a wonderful job. But my like right next there, nostalgic, is the Game Boy Color. It was my very first like my own personal like console to myself. I got it when I turned, I want to say like 7 or 8. I can't remember which like. No, 7 or 8 years old. I got it for Christmas, or no, for my birthday. My aunt gave it to me, and it was like my favorite thing. It was a teal Game Boy Color.
Ooh. Was it the?
No. Sorry, I take that back. It was a lime green. Sorry. The teal one was later on.
It
but
wasn't
it's a
one of the
lime green.
crystallized ones.
No, I
solid
didn't get
color?
I didn't get that one. That one's dope. But that one was my favorite, and having Pokemon Red with that was.
You know what the biggest
Tier
fumble of my
for me.
entire life is that I still regret to this day? My grandma gave me a Game Boy Color, and I didn't realize what I had in my hands, and I couldn't put the game into the bottom of my DS, and I said, this is stupid. Gave it to my other grandma, and I never saw it again. And I don't know where that thing went. It's the saddest moment of my life.
I mean, if you're saying that from a perspective of being able to sell it, you're not missing out on a lot. Probably $50.
No, just to have it.
But
It'd
just
be
to
such
have
a
it.
cool thing
I wish
to
I
have.
still had my Game Boy Color. Just like most people in age and life, they get rid of stuff and they sell it and at a garage sale, and you're like, why did I do that?
That's why I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, but all right, you guys
Shout
ready to
out
get
Kate.
into this? Shout out who?
Kate.
For
Oh.
cleaning
She's-
Liam's room.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
Making him
mean.
throw away everything.
I cried.
This
Literally.
I did cry.
I would cry too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're 8 minutes into this.
All
Let's
right,
start
let's
this
go.
off.
Let's get into it. All right, our first one on the list of our Nintendo game franchise is Splatoon.
Wow, we're starting off
We're
mid.
like,
I'm basing this off of the list we have here. I'm going F tier.
I'm 100% agreeing with you. Okay, I can. Do you have anything before I go on my rant? I'm ready to go on my rant about Splatoon.
I don't know how comfortable I feel about talking now. Regan and I would play it, and it was pretty cool.
I wasn't a fan of it. Which
So,
one
like-
did you play?
Which one?
1 and 2,
One was on the Wii U.
then 2. Whatever. I have the game in my room. I think it's 2.
Okay.
Whatever like came out like first on the Switch. So it's probably
Yeah, that
2.
was the second one.
It was fine. I didn't think it was amazing. I'd say it'd be like a C or D tier. But I mean, we do have a stacked lineup, so I
Yeah,
could
you have
see
to
F
keep
as
it in
well.
mind
Pretty-
with that lineup.
Yeah, it's within the Nintendo franchises, so it's not.
We're
it's-
not like comparing it to Call of Duty here. Like,
Yeah.
No, but I'd
It's
say,
like
I'd
Nintendo
say
franchise.
I mean,
I
still
don't think
that'd be
F,
F,
but I think it could be D.
I can tell you why it's F. Okay, I got my Nintendo Switch, and I was really excited
Here we
about
go
it.
again.
I got a couple other games, and I was like, "Oh, Splatoon 3 came out." Heard some really good things about it. People were like, "Hey, this is a great game. Like, you can play with multiple people." And I'm all about playing games with other people. Makes it a fun experience.
Especially Nintendo games.
Especially a Nintendo game. Nintendo Switch just came out. Like, I'm all for it. I get Splatoon 3. I get it in my hands, and I'm so excited. I play it, like, by myself. I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun game. Like, you're painting the area. Kind of cool concept-ish. Some friends came over like, hey, I have Splatoon 3. Let's play this. Get on. You can't play it locally. You can only play it multiplayer online. And that was the stupidest thing that I have ever been a part of. I was so ticked off. I'm like, why advertise this to be a game to play with other people, but you cannot play it in your own house with other people? That is so dumb.
Or apartment.
And that's just, I understand Splatoon 1 and 2 might have been great. Fine, you were able to do that. But my only game I had was for it was Splatoon 3, and I sold that game that weekend. I got rid of it because I was so ticked off. I was like, this is a stupid game, and I never looked back.
I understand. I think D is more fair.
I think F, because Liam clearly still doesn't understand that we're comparing these to the most legendary franchises of all time. I played the first one, so we each actually had an experience with a different game.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool, honestly. Yeah. The odds of that happening, I mean, I guess 33% chance, but it was... I just didn't really like it. Yeah. There's a mission mode I tried out. Wasn't really fun.
Even when I played it single player, when I had it was the
multiplayer.
Did I really spend $60 on this?
That was my thought. Yeah, you can put it in F.
Yeah, F tier. Multiplayer, I didn't really like either.
Yeah. So, all right, our next one we have Metroid.
Okay, I know how important it is to the history of Nintendo.
Yeah.
I know there's Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, supposedly Metroid Prime 4, which has been being talked about for 10 years.
Finally, they got a trailer that came out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come out 2025.
I heard Metroid Dread was pretty good. Didn't play that one. I've only played a little bit of the first Prime, a little bit of Super Metroid. Just because I didn't beat the games, didn't play a whole lot of them. Me personally, I would throw it in a B tier.
Yeah.
But I would understand why you would argue it being in either A or S tier.
Yeah. Do you...
I have no experience other than Super Smash Bros.
Liam did absolutely no research for this.
I played Zelda.
Okay, so... Metroid is one of those games, though, where if you didn't play it when you were younger, that when you got older, it was just kind of I had some friends that really loved this game and is one of their top favorite games of all time. But for me, I didn't play it a whole lot. I remember we had Metroid and my brothers played it and it was fun, but it wasn't like there's other games that we would rather play that got our attention more. So I'm fine with the significance of Metroid putting it at B. I think that's where it belongs.
B for Metroid.
So
B for Metroid.
B for Metroid. There's not a B there, but it's gonna be in B.
No, there's a B.
All right, our next one. Man, we're getting some of these other ones out of the way. We got Luigi's Mansion.
I would throw Luigi's Mansion personally into the C tier.
You know what?
I think it's a very mid franchise. I think if you're looking for just short amount of fun, I think Luigi's Mansion is a good way to go if you're not looking to get that multiplayer experience. You just want to turn it on 20, 30 minutes. I think Luigi's Mansion is good. Yeah. I think if you're trying to binge a game, Luigi's Mansion, I know the first one is a 6-hour game or something like that. Super quick. Which is the best one. But the second one, never played it. I heard it's one of the worst Nintendo games ever made. I heard it's awful. Third one, I've played that one a little bit. That one was cool, but I was kind of confused while playing it. So I'd throw it in C. I think it's fun for a little bit, but anything longer than a little bit, I think it overstates its welcome.
The only experience I have with this is at Dave & Buster's. They had a thing there. So if you have a thing and my first experience is at Dave & Buster's, and it wasn't that memorable, I'd say a D, D for Dave & Buster's. D for David.
C for Luigi's Mansion.
You're right.
Given the list that we have, I'm going to go D with Luigi's Mansion.
I'm fine with that.
Because I agree with you. I played the first one. I love the first one.
You saw it at Dave & Buster's too?
Yeah, I saw it at Dave & Buster's too. What even aspect do you do with Dave & Buster's with Luigi's Mansion?
You get ghosts.
You're just flashing the light at the ghost? What?
I don't know.
Exactly. So it belongs in D. All right. That's where we got that.
Nice. What's the next one?
All right, the next one. Ooh, this one. It's going to be a good one. Mario Sports.
Guys, let me talk here. The old Mario Sports games are so good. If you are basing it off of Mario Sports games before the year probably around 2005, 2006, S tier. If you've played any of the recent Mario sports games, they are all awful. They are so bad.
You don't like Mario Aces?
No, that game's terrible. Have you
the
played the
golf
original
one?
Mario Tennis? The golf
Oh
one,
no, it's a
what?
golf. No, it's not Aces.
I haven't played any Mario
Aces
golf
is
games.
tennis.
Yeah, Aces is
Oh,
tennis.
sorry. Yes, I haven't played Aces, but I played the golf one. The golf one's a lot of fun. On the
I heard
Switch.
that one was fine.
That one's like I go to my brother's house. He has it. I have a lot of fun playing with it. With that one.
Like all the tennis
But-
games now are garbage.
Yeah.
All the
The
soccer
original
ones
ones are a
garbage.
lot of fun.
Baseball, they just discontinued it.
I mean,
so
basketball,
good.
they discontinued
Mario
it.
Brawlers.
Brawlers?
Yeah.
Super Strikers.
Super Strikers.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I got
Super
my-
Strikers, so much fun.
See,
Mario
I would-
Baseball, that's what I grew up on
Yeah,
the Wii.
Mario
That
Baseball,
was
so
so
much
much fun, dude.
See, I would throw this in B just because of how bad the recent games have been.
I'm
sure
fine
you have
with
a
that.
hit here and there, but overall, like there's like 3 Wii U games that are known as like the worst Wii U games ever. 2 of them are Mario sports games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would.
They're
There's
just
so many good ones though that makes me want to bring it to A.
But there's the bad ones weigh it down that.
Can we talk
much.
about Mario versus Sonic Olympic Games? Like,
That's a
that
separate.
part-
That's a separate
No, it's part
franchise.
of
No, it's
sports.
not.
No, that's
It's
called.
part of sports.
It's a franchise called Mario and Sonic. There's like 7
it's under
games.
sports.
There's like 7 games.
Yeah, it falls under the sports. There's a bunch
Mario
of games
and Sonic
of the
is
tennis ones.
completely different.
No, it's under.
Can
the
I play as
sports ones.
Sonic in the newest Mario tennis game? Can I play
probably.
as Eggman in the newest Mario golf game?
Probably.
No,
If you really,
can't.
really wanted to, you can make it happen.
You can make it happen.
You can do anything you want.
You're imagining.
Okay, Maya, B tier, Mario Sports.
No.
Anything I can do, right?
Anything I want. Hey, sit down.
No,
You're out
Mario.
of frame.
You're out of frame.
That's
You're
what
out of
matters.
frame.
Get back in frame.
No,
Get back in frame where you belong.
Mario and Sonic are completely different.
I'm
I understand the argument, but
Fine with
Olympic
A.
sports are different than Mario sports.
I just wanted to add it in because I love the
I like
Olympic sports.
Olympic
ones.
sports.
If we
so
had-
much fun.
I love
If
the-
we had Mario
They're
and
so much
Sonic
fun.
at the
to
Olympic
be able
Games,
to play curling, oh, amazing.
Dude, your favorite game.
if we had Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, I would understand that. But throwing it under Mario Sports, I feel like is dumb.
So what are you giving it?
I give Mario Sports a B tier.
What do you give it?
I give it a A tier.
I give it an A tier.
That's crazy. You guys have not played the recent
I haven't played the
ones.
I
recent
have.
ones.
I've done the golf. I actually
You've played one recent one.
No, I have done Aces. I don't mind it. I actually like it.
The old tennis games are so much better.
I do. I agree with you, but I don't think they're.
There's just no
I don't think
character
they're
put
trash.
into these new ones.
I do think though, like the newer sports ones, they add too much elements to it instead of it just being like the simple like just tennis. They add so much more into it to make it more engaging.
But it's
to the
not.
audience. But
I'm fine with B if you want to put it in B.
I think this deserves B tier.
B tier?
The sports games
okay,
have
let's
just
go B.
lost
We'll go B.
all
We'll
the
go B.
character
B
they've
tier.
had.
We'll go B. You can
Mario
make some.
Sports.
Okay, so now that we're 45 minutes into this episode, what's next?
We got one that's just gonna go straight to A and or S tier. I meant
Let me guess.
straight there.
I think you're talking about Super Smash Bros.
Nope. I am talking about Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what it brought to us when that first came out, you were not at someone's house that had a Wii and you did not play Wii Sports.
Okay, hold
When I
up,
was
hold up,
2
hold up.
years old.
Are we just doing the Wii Sports and Resort? Or are we including the Nintendo Switch Sports game?
No, that doesn't deserve to be in there. It's Wii Sports, not Nintendo Sports.
Well, Wii Sport can't be a franchise then.
So I do think though, like Nintendo Sports, Switch Sports, it's under that.
it's
Aw.
With that,
yeah, these games are now considered Nintendo sports games.
yeah, I forgot.
I still think it deserves
still
S tier because these games.
Those who carried the franchise. There's no way Nintendo Switch
Wii Resort was
Sports.
so much fun.
Would you
Yeah.
throw like Wii Fit into this category
never played.
too?
Yeah, I mean it has to. It's part of the.
What about
the
Wii
Sports.
Play?
I never did that.
I never did that.
I didn't either. I'm just asking.
No. But I think though, like, I mean, you people were bowling like nonstop.
Dude, I still
we
play
had,
that.
the
we had
baseball,
We had
like-
retirement homes playing Wii Sports.
Yeah, like
My
That's
grandma,
how you know it's legendary.
bro,
Yeah.
my grandma and grandpa will get up still to this day and play golf and bowling, and they are
On Wii Sports?
insane. Yes,
They have a maxed out
still,
pro
Grandma
level.
and Grandpa Reynolds. I will send this clip to you, and you can verify. They still do this to this day.
Once this gets uploaded, we'll put it in the editing of podcast number
we'll put it-
216.
their picture's going to be right here.
It's
All
not
right.
in there.
It's
I
not
probably
there.
won't even
we
do
won't
that.
do that. We won't do that to them. It's gonna be over there. But
Whoa.
all right, this next one is a good one. Pokemon.
C tier.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Just kidding.
Pokemon.
We just bought packs of Pokemon cards the other day.
Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I just bought this 3DS. Yes, inside of it is a Pokemon game as well. Pokemon X, for anyone that's wondering. Pokemon has been one of those franchises where I have just played it throughout my entire life,
Yeah.
and I've never gotten bored of it. You have ROM hacks that people make. Nintendo, if you're watching this, that's not a real thing.
Doesn't happen.
That add so much to the games, because you can take a Generation 5 game and just remake like Red and Blue on it.
Yeah.
And just have it be updated. Or you can completely change a game like Pokemon Light Platinum, where you make 2 whole new regions, 8 different gyms in both regions, 2 different Elite Fours and champions, and you complete a own custom story. It has an original team, but then you have the normal games, right?
These are not true.
He's passionate. All right, he's
Right?
passionate
You
about
have
Pokemon.
you have the original games.
I think he can go on another 5 minutes talking
This-
about
this is
Pokemon.
going on.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. We know where it belongs. We know. Okay, I
It's
know
going
you-
straight to S.
It's going straight there. But can we talk about a hidden Pokemon game that doesn't get a lot of like talking, but it to me is legendary?
It's not what you think it is, Liam, I
Is a
swear.
Nintendo 64 game.
Pokemon Snap.
Okay, that one I love that one.
Hey,
but
you Pikachu. Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium
Pokemon
2.
Stadium. All right.
I
The fact
haven't
that
played
you-
it, but I want to try it.
I love.
Oh, it's
Pokemon
on Switch
Stadium.
Online. I can
is
try
on-
it.
if you have the thing.
Yeah.
But Pokemon Stadium is such. It was like that moment where like it was a different aspect of playing Pokemon, where you were actually having your Pokemon, and you seen them actually battle, like that 3D version of battling. And it made me like love Pokemon even more because you got to like see the moves happen. Then instead of being like words on a screen,
Yeah.
a flamethrower from Charizard, you know, it was like actually happening on the screen. And I love Pokemon Stadium. I wish that they like remastered it and like had it release on the Switch, because I would love that.
I've played Battle Revolution, which is like a newer version, but
Of
I
that.
never played the original
Yeah.
ones.
But yeah, Pokemon Stadium is my favorite. So, all right, we good with moving Pokemon to S tier?
Straight to S.
Well, no, just kidding.
Poke Park. I'm gonna bring this up.
Poke Park?
Do you not know what that is, dude? I am a
They're okay.
fiend for some Poke Park,
not
bro.
that good.
It is so good.
They're fun
You
when
get to
you're a
run
kid.
around as a Pokemon and solve
There's
different
not a
things
whole
and
lot to
do
do,
all
man.
this and oh, dude, so good.
Can
Sorry, I
we
just
just, can we
needed
just
to
do it one time?
What?
Can we just sing the theme song?
What theme song?
The rap. Gotta
Guess
catch
that
'em
Pikachu
all.
or
Pokemon.
No, okay, we're gonna move on.
What?
I
Guess
wanna
that
be
Pokemon.
the very best.
You guys are all doing
All right, we're
different
over there.
one
things.
ever was.
Gotta catch 'em all. All right,
And
our
we
next
got
one
stricken
is
down.
The
Poke my
Legend
mom.
of Zelda.
Sorry, Mom.
S tier.
I think, in my eyes, this is the greatest gaming franchise of all time.
Yeah, over Pokemon.
I would put this. I'm very back and forth on the two. I switch a lot. Right now, I'm feeling Zelda over Pokemon, even though I'm on a huge Pokemon kick right now.
Yeah.
I'd still put Zelda. My favorite game of all time is The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I love that one too.
if you know Ryan personally, and I live with this guy, the only two things that are on this TV or in his room are Zelda playthroughs or Pokemon. Those are the only two. And right now, I've only seen Pokemon. And the last, how long have you lived here? It's November. For the last 11 months, that is all that I've watched with this guy is just Zelda. And that's it. Like, I could not agree
Yeah.
more with that. It is his favorite. And with that, I've fell in love with Breath of the Wild, best Zelda game. Just
Facts.
kidding.
It is.
one of the worst Zelda
Liar. No.
games
No.
as an open
No.
world game.
No.
I respect it as one of the best ones.
No.
When you throw the Zelda title over it, it just doesn't work. It's not Zelda. That's the thing.
It's Zelda.
That's
It's
like
Legend of
saying
Zelda.
the Legend, or what is it called?
It is.
Zelda 2 Adventures of Link is the best 2D game because it's so different from all the others.
I think Wind Waker
No,
is pretty
that's
cool too.
that's the argument you used earlier. It's so different and keeps things fresh.
I love
that-
this.
that
I
Zelda
started
2
this argument. Good
Adventure of
luck.
Link has to be your favorite 2D
No,
Zelda.
it's not.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, it's
Because
not.
it changes everything and keeps it fresh.
No.
No other game's done it like Zelda 2.
No.
I love watching
No,
this world burn.
Breath of the Wild is the greatest Zelda game.
No, it's really
Yes,
not.
It does. It
It's
brings
fantastic.
you to play it.
The
for
story's
hours.
boring.
And every time I play it, I find something
Walking
new.
in the
I
world
played
is
through it
boring.
3 times.
Divine
and I
Beast-
find new things all the time. It is so great. It's so fun. You're crafting new items. You're doing different adventures. You go into new areas that you haven't been before. It opens up the whole world of Zelda and brings.
I
it
can do
to a
that in
whole-
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword is not that good.
Skyward Sword is good if you're playing the HD version and can use button controls.
Okay, well, that's a lot that you need to do for that. It should be good on its own. Boom.
Okay,
Anyways,
Breath
but I
of the
still
Wild
believe
isn't
it's
good
S
on its
here.
own.
Zelda
It's so
is
good.
S.
I would say though, I love Wind Waker.
Wind Waker was my second favorite, and then I got really into playing Zelda randomizers, and so I was grinding out Ocarina of Time, and I think Ocarina of Time edges
love
out Wind
Ocarina of
Waker for
Time.
me now. But
Man,
it's
those-
very close between
So
those two.
I agree. Like those 3 and Majora's Mask are like the best, one of the best ones. But there's something about Breath of the
are
Wild for
the best
me,
ones.
that is just over those 3 because of what it made me want to play it until like 3 a.m. every night, right? Where the other ones I would play it and I didn't have that feeling of wanting to play until 3 a.m. every night. Breath of the Wild maybe just like I wanted to get home from work, get on my Switch and play. I wanted to bring my Switch to work, play it during lunchtime, which I did multiple times, right? And that's what that game did for me. It brought a whole new level of passion and love for video games. That's what Breath of the Wild did for me.
See, that's how
RPG.
that's how I feel, but with the normal, like traditional 3D Zelda games. Like any of Ocarina of Time through Skyward Sword, I could stay up all night playing.
Yeah.
When I play Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom I liked slightly better just because they like actually had dungeons in them compared to the
Yeah.
Divine Beast, whatever those were.
They add more aspects to the game of the dungeons.
Yeah,
stuff,
I
which
like.
did love.
I liked the additions more in Tears of the Kingdom than what Breath of the Wild did, because Breath of the Wild to me just felt empty. I felt bored because I didn't even really know what I was supposed to do, and I get like, yeah, it's supposed to like have that sense of exploration.
Yeah.
But like, have you ever played Majora's Mask with no guide? Like that game does not tell you a single thing. Like that is my definition
Yeah.
of exploring in a Zelda game. Because it's not like, oh, you have like 10 million things you can do before you 100% it. Like
Yeah.
you still have like a strict story that you follow, which is one of the best stories I've ever seen in fiction. So good. But it's just like, oh, you can get not what is it, 900 Korok seeds or whatever.
900.
$9.99, yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
999.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
great.
you have that. You have like the 200 shrines or whatever, and like some of them you walk in and you're basically done. Some of them you spend like 45 minutes in, and it's like,
It's their version of dungeons.
It's
But
good. I
it's good.
think if like for someone who that was my first Zelda game ever, that was a great experience. I loved it. Like Joel said, like I wanted to play it all day, every day. And I do get the appeal of the older ones. I just started Wind Waker. That seems like it'll be a really fun game. I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time. That one seems really fun. It's just like I don't know. My little peanut of a brain loves the open world, just
Yeah.
everything.
But that's what the style of like games are not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
open
And
world,
it was
that
just
stuff.
nice to. It was a nice game to play.
Let me finish with this thought real quick on Zelda. I think if you're trying to introduce someone to Zelda, I would not recommend Breath of the Wild at all to start them off with.
Yeah.
I will always, as a Zelda fan, I will always recommend you try it at least. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm going to try to make other people not like it. I think the games you need to go in order of trying are Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, then Breath of the Wild.
That's valid.
Because Twilight Princess is really hard to get into. Majora's Mask, you are not going to know anything about that if you don't play Ocarina of Time first.
Yeah,
Skyward Sword is very controversial, even still. Yeah. So that one I would hold off on. But I think those are the 3 ones when you're talking about 3D Zelda.
Yeah.
Are like the ones where it's like, oh, I have a friend that's interested in it. Play this, then this, then this. So that way you get a good experience of like the 3 different types of
That's a
3D
solid
Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
So
good one.
Zelda in S
S
tier.
tier. Yeah.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda S tier.
All right. What's the next
After
one?
like 7 minutes of talking about it.
Hey, he's a passionate man.
We already went S tier with it, and then we're like, all right, let's argue about video games.
Hey,
With
it's a great thing to talk
yeah.
about.
All right, our next one is Kirby.
F.
What?
I've only played one game.
Which one was it?
What was it?
Was it the Forgotten?
No, it was like
The All-Stars, the
No,
new
it was the Twine one.
Oh, the Yarn one?
Oh,
Yeah.
the yarn one. Oh, that one's.
So I've only played one Kirby game, and it was Return to Dreamland back on the Wii version of it, not the Switch re-release.
Yeah.
I really liked that game. I don't think it is nearly as good as a 2D platformer as some of the Mario games, because some Mario 2D platformers are not that good. But I thought it was very fresh in its idea, probably because I haven't played past Kirby games, so I don't have much to compare it to. But it was cool. You had cool power-ups in it, which I respected. You had multiple different players, and it wasn't like Mario, Luigi, and then 3 versions of Toad. Like, you have, like, individual characters that are all unique in their own way, which I really respected. But just because I haven't played any other Kirby games, I would probably throw it at C, but I'm sure if I played more, I would love to throw it in B tier.
I'm okay with it being at C tier. I played a lot of Kirby games. I enjoyed them, but this, when I think of Kirby games and what Kirby does, it reminds me a lot of Mega Man.
Megamind.
It's Mega Man, right?
Yeah.
Mega Man's whole concept is like he does different power-ups. He has his original, like, who he is, but then he changes to other different characters and their powers. And Kirby's just like that, where it just, like, you can become different characters and different power-ups. But it's not lasting where I'm like, oh, man, I remember when I played Kirby this and Kirby that.
Yeah.
It's like, I just know Kirby from Super Smash Brothers and up B, down B, right?
Yeah.
You know,
like, it's just solid. I think Kirby and C.
yeah.
I think that's all that needs to be said. Yeah. It's just it's an okay franchise.
Yeah.
Minions, throw it in C tier.
What's the next franchise we are?
All right, we have Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem.
I've never played this
I've never
one.
played it either.
So I don't think any of us have really played this one, but I know what Fire Emblem is. This is just a role-playing game, strategic. It's very popular in Japan, and that's why it's like one of the bigger Nintendo franchises. But
I know it has like a cult following here in the States. But
yeah, there's a cult following. It's so much more popular, like international than actually here.
I want to like try one out, but
Yeah.
it's not high on my game list to play because games can take such a long time.
Yeah.
Like, especially right now, like you have like all the winter games, like BO6 just came out. I've been grinding that out, like in the middle of playing Pokemon X, bought the new Epic Mickey game, been playing that. So
Yeah, so it's just like Nintendo's version of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, like,
It's a
to
good
me,
way
is
to
a way
describe it.
better game than Fire Emblem because it has more following here. So I mean,
D. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, if we're going based off of our own tier list and It's not our style game, and a lot of people might disagree. I think I would go D.
I think D
with it.
Like, we don't have anything to stand on with it, so I'm sure if we played it, it would actually be better.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, we like Long John Silver's banish it to the Shadow Realm. But I mean, D.
Nothing ever deserves that.
No,
That was
Splatoon maybe.
Hey, that was a callback to episode 1. Yeah.
Someone's salty.
So D for it.
Yeah, D.
Yeah, just because we don't know.
All right.
D for don't know.
D for don't know. I like that.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, we got Animal
Fire
Crossing.
All right, I have an opinion.
Let's hear it.
I got really into the newest one, like really into it.
The Horizon one?
Yep, for about a week.
For a week.
Gosh.
For a week, I played it so much, and I said, this game is boring. And then I turned it off. I got so far in it, it was just so dumb. Like, why are you going to call me back every single day? I don't care enough. Leave me alone, you stupid fox. And then, like, why am I sitting here digging up things and cutting weeds and fishing and doing all this, and my stick broke, and now I have to go around, and these people are coming. It's just not a good thing. It's just,
I think
it's
Animal
so
Crossing
boring.
should go in A tier.
I think B.
I think because Animal Crossing, it's not one of those games where you're like supposed to actually grind. It's like a comfort game. Like you turn it on for like half an hour every day, go around, talk to your villagers, do a few tasks, and then you can call it good for the day.
I feel like Animal Crossing is like a mobile game.
It should be a mobile game.
Where
Yeah.
you get on your phone and you play your Clash Royale or whatever. And
if
it's
they
just like you
sold
just-
like a mobile version, Nintendo would make
Yeah,
so
but
much
that's like
money.
my
Billions.
mindset about Animal Crossing, where it's not
Yeah.
good enough for me to play, like grinding it, but it's just like a mobile game where you're just like, it's like all those farming games that were
Yeah.
like the mobile games. That's how I think of it. So I know a lot of people love Animal Crossing. I can care less.
I mean,
about
let me
it.
throw
I
this
think-
out here. Let me throw this out here. If you're going to turn on your Switch and you're going to sit down and you have Mario Party, Mario
Okay,
Kart,
but-
Super Smash Bros. But like not like
I'm
Mario
by
Kart's
Those,
a
but
bad
those
thing.
games are.
But like
you gotta
you
think
have
about
the
the games
single
by
player.
yourself.
If
The single player
single
if
player
I'm playing
games.
by myself, I'm picking Animal Crossing over those. Why
What
would
about-
I play
But
Mario
no, no,
Party?
no, that was
Pokemon and
just a bad-
Zelda.
That yeah, like Pokemon,
He
Zelda.
didn't- he didn't
no,
say
no.
those.
It was
I
a
know.
bad example of what I brought up. That was the first
I'm
thing I
going
saw.
off
It was a
Liam's
bad
example.
Be
I know,
quiet.
and I was changing it for him.
So if you're gonna play any other single player game when you turn on your Switch, for you, Zelda, Pokemon, whatever, I doubt Animal Crossing is in your top 10 of what you're gonna turn on
I
your
would
Switch.
warm up with some Animal Crossing. It's literally something you
Have
can
you
check.
ever?
No, because I don't have Animal Crossing on the
Exactly.
Switch.
You do have Animal Crossing on the GameCube.
I do, and I don't play my GameCube that often.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you don't have it on the Switch, which is actually really more popular, then that means you don't
That's
really
not that
care
good.
about it.
I
So,
did- so-
B or C? Where are you going? Where are
I
you
would
going with
throw
this?
it in A tier. I had
Where are you going?
I just for the cult following of it, I would go B.
I'd go B.
Kyle had a copy of it, and I played that every day for months.
Dang.
Months.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go.
It's
B
going
with
B.
it. It's going B because it's a mobile game.
It's a mobile game on Switch.
To be fair, the
a mobile
best
game on
ones are the DS version, the 3DS, and the Switch, which are all mobile consoles. Just saying.
Wonder why.
That's true.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, next one is a classic one. We're gonna go with Donkey Kong.
DK! Donkey Kong! Sorry.
We're gonna get a noise complaint. So, I've never played a
What?
Donkey
You ever
Kong
played
game.
any of the Donkey Kong games?
Never.
So I've played the original one, obviously, like the
Yeah.
arcade one. Everyone's
Which
played
is
that.
like the best one.
Right. It's not the best one.
No,
I've-
not the arcade one. Sorry, I'm talking about the other one on the 64.
Oh, Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
I've never played that one. The only like real like console Donkey Kong game I've played is Donkey Kong Country Returns. No.
Donkey Kong.
I played the one on the SNES too, whichever one that is.
I can't remember.
I think that one's Donkey Kong Country.
I think so. That one's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've played those. I didn't play a lot of the SNES one. I played a pretty good amount of the Wii one. It was pretty fun. Like what I said with Kirby, not nearly as good as most of the 2D Mario games because
Yeah.
some of them are trash. And I think it's really unique because like Kirby, it's like kind of like a basic world setting. Mario, like kind of a basic world setting. Donkey Kong is all like different environments in the jungle, which I really respect because it's out there and it's different from everything else.
Yeah.
I want to throw it in B, but realistically, I would probably put it at the same tier as Kirby.
That's where I think it belongs, is C with Kirby. I think that the style games where it has that nostalgic feeling when you play it, but you play it as a nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
Not as a like, oh my gosh.
So there's no like backing. Like it's a cool game for nostalgia purposes, but if it was like, if I were to pick up Donkey Kong, it would be like,
I think
it's okay.
I think it depends which one you play.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Wii and Wii U ones were actually like pretty good overall, but they were riding on a lot of nostalgia for that game.
That's valid.
Which a lot of times that's where they go.
Yeah.
So. All right, our next one is Star Fox.
Star Fox, I've only played Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, it's
cool. It's also only like 3 hours long or whatever. Like it's a super short game. Yeah.
And a lot of it's just like Star Fox is a lot of just the flight simulator too.
I think Star Fox 64 is literally just like a tech demo.
Yeah,
game.
it's not. There's a reason why there's not a lot of Star Fox games, and then if there is, they're more of like the tactical puzzle style games.
I understand why there's such a huge following behind Star Fox.
Yeah,
but I don't see that. And
like I would love for them to do a whole RPG game of Star Fox.
I think that could be cool. Yeah,
build it out like on the Switch, like to make it bigger and greater, like something on the Switch 2 whenever it comes out. Come on, Nintendo.
If it's powerful enough.
If it's powerful enough. But I think that'd be so cool to have a whole world about Star Fox going from planet to planet. That whole aspect, I think that'd be cool. But they don't have that.
So pretty much is what you're describing is a game that just came out that flopped by the name of Starfield.
Yes.
But in Nintendo.
Well, no, because Star Fox would have more like space battles.
It would have more space battles. And
it would be primarily
iconic
focused.
characters, too.
It would be primarily focused around space battles, too, not like exploring the planet.
So then what would you rank it?
I would put it in D tier.
I'm going to say D tier.
So Star Fox D tier?
I don't think it's as good as Kirby and Donkey Kong franchise.
Okay.
I think I would put it
I would put it
D
on
tier.
par with like Luigi's Mansion, probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm good with that. All right. Our next one is F-Zero.
F-Zero is cool.
It's cool. It's racing.
Is
Yeah.
it the
It's
old, like
school
racing, like it looks like kind of pixelated looking
It's
thing?
super futuristic.
Super futuristic looking, but it's like the pixelated. It's like,
Look up a picture of it.
look it up.
All right.
Type in.
So my thing with
Oh,
F-Zero is the concept is super cool. I don't think it's as good as Mario Kart's concept,
No.
but like it's cool. Like you're like actually going fast. There's not like Mario Kart where like some games will show you a speedometer and you're going like 40 miles an hour. Like no, you're going like 800 miles an
Yeah,
hour
you're going fast.
through all these different planets and all these different like unique tracks. But it's hard.
It is. And didn't they have like a different arcades? They had like an F-Zero driving thing. I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm not even saying this to be mean, Joel. The last game came out when we were in like 2002 or 3. So if there was an F-Zero arcade game,
We were not born.
and Liam were either not born or we were not old enough to go to an arcade.
Or
That's
even like
so sad.
do anything on
You
our
guys don't
own.
remember seeing it at Round Table?
What's Round Table?
Oh no! Oh no!
What's
I would throw F-Zero purely based off of creativity.
At
C.
Yeah,
C tier?
C.
F-Zero
I
C
like C.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, we're getting to we got like
Okay, I'm just
Honestly-
going to say this. If Pikmin's up next,
This tier
we
list is
will
done.
have the craziest Final Four franchises to rank.
And I wish I could
honestly, you
say
could argue the big four for
Pikmin
Nintendo.
We can-
the next one, but it's not.
we can
Do you want? Okay, we can skip and just go straight to Pikmin,
Pikmin.
and then
all right, what do you quick round. What do you rank Pikmin?
Pikmin, I've never played it.
What do you rank Pikmin? I've never played it.
I know a little bit about it.
D.
D. Okay, Pikmin D.
Okay.
All right, now we're on to the good stuff. The stuff
Okay.
everybody's been waiting for.
This
I
is
bought
what we've been.
Pikmin.
These are the
I still haven't
heavy
played it.
hitters.
And Pikmin is a decent game. It's.
I want
fun.
to try it. It looks
I
fun.
remember playing it on the GameCube with my brother.
It just
and
seems like
stuff,
a
but
boring game.
They
It's-
re-released it on the Switch, 1
they?
and 2 in a bundle for
Yeah.
40. I think.
But okay, that's enough. All right.
What's-
This next
what's
one
this
is
next one?
Super Smash Bros.
Okay, hear me out.
We know what you're gonna say.
No, you don't. I think this goes A, and this is why. Super Smash Bros. Is a super fun game. I think it is a great game. I've had a great time playing it. It is a multiplayer game that you can play with 8 people. Great game, great concept.
Play with
awesome.
8 people.
Yeah. I think it doesn't compare to any of those other things. Like you're looking at Mario Kart, Super Mario, Mario Party, Zelda, Pokemon, and Wii Sports. There's no way that makes it into the top S tier. I think that is a very solid A.
Can I tell you why you're wrong? Super Smash Brothers did something, and so many people fighting game took over like the world. People will always talk about what character that they main in Smash Bros. And it goes all the way to the original Smash Bros. Game to now. And then not only is it like it's not just like what they did within the game with this like the what would you call it, the arenas or stadiums, whatever.
Yeah.
Is
The
it stages? Thank you. It's different styles for each stage, and they bring you back to different games within the Nintendo franchise, and they bring a whole like other aspect while you're fighting. You're dealing with like Pokemon Stadium. You're dealing with the stadium changing, and these other Pokemons that come on, and you have to like not only fight against random people, but then also fight against the stage.
Yeah.
And I think that brings it to life. How much fun Super Smash Bros. Play. You can play that game forever, and you play it different with different characters, and do tournaments like nonstop. And it's just a fun game to play all around, and it belongs in S tier because not a single Smash Brothers game missed. They are all like top tier games.
Ryan's about a dookie all over this franchise.
So, I respect Smash Bros. For what it is. I understand how important it is to gaming as a whole, not just Nintendo,
Yeah.
but gaming as a whole. Because it took what was super good about Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tekken was out yet, so I'm not even going to mention that. But it took what people liked about Street Fighter, but pretty much turned it into Disneyland, but for nerds.
Yeah.
Like
it's
think about being
Mario
a
on
kid.
crack.
Yeah.
Think about a kid like born in the early 80s, growing up with the boom of Nintendo. You have all these different franchises, and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if we have a crossover for it. Like if Mario could meet, I was going to say Pikachu, but that wasn't until 96. Like Mario could meet Kirby, or
Yeah.
Mario and Donkey Kong were in the same game that wasn't released in the 70s or whenever the Donkey Kong arcade game came out. And so I respect it for everything it has done to gaming as a whole, even if Nintendo are a bunch of scumbags for how they treat the Smash community, especially
do treat them
when it comes
terrible.
to tournaments.
Yeah.
I've seen streamers and YouTubers do bigger payouts for tournaments than the multi-billion-dollar company that
and they
Nintendo
still get
is.
shut down for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so what do you rate it? What do you give it?
Me personally, I have a cousin who is godly at this game. Like, it is unbearable to play with him. I do not enjoy Smash Brothers because of that.
Okay.
We played Brawl growing up, and because of that, I do not enjoy it. I bought it for my GameCube so I could learn how to play it. Even then, I lose to the CPUs, and it just reminds me of when I was a kid and losing to my cousin over and over and over and over again. And I do not like Smash Bros. I will be nice, though, and I will give it an A tier.
That's
Just
the only
because
game
of
I can
the
see
same
Ryan
game.
in.
You're a terrible gamer.
No, I will smoke you in any other game.
So I'm fine with
Swear
it being
on
an S.
everything.
I'm cool with it being an S. I'm
Oh, I completely
Okay.
understand why
Yeah.
every single person will put it in S.
So
Me
what are
personally-
you gonna rank it?
Me personally, I would
Well,
throw
I
it
know
in A.
I know what you ranked it.
Oh, Joel.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Joel
me,
said S.
I said S, but
So
okay,
S?
I agree with you. I do hate playing Super Smash Brothers with people who are
Really
like so good because it's not fun.
Like when me
I
and
like-
Liam play, I like it because like we both suck at it.
Yeah, I'm not
So
that.
it's like
Not that bad.
I'm not that.
I've almost beaten you. It's a game I've
Yeah.
barely played.
But like I like playing it with like when we played it the other night. I enjoyed that because like we're all playing different characters. I'm not that good at it, but I love playing it. But when I play against people who are really good at it, I don't like playing it as much.
yeah,
So I can see the argument of bringing down the A, but I love it. You know what, guys? We're sorry. Super Smash Brothers put in A.
Because okay,
Put it
if
in
you
A.
guys
Put it
put
in
In
A.
and Out in S tier, I can put Smash Bros in A.
Smash
Real
Bros.
quick.
A.
Real
Guys, forgive us for what we have done.
I just want to like
This is
10
a
seconds.
cardinal sin
But-
in gaming.
It's only.
It is.
I agree. It's only good because when you play with people at your same
Yep.
level, then it's like an S tier. But when you're playing against people who are really good, it's not fun for you.
If you have to use your brain and you can't button mash the entire game, then that's when
Yeah.
you know it's.
I'm going to
too
be
hard.
honest. I think if you have everyone at the same skill level, I would argue that Smash Bros is a better party game than Mario Party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
There's an argument. I'm not
Yeah.
saying I fully agree
Yeah.
with that take, but like it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And
Next one.
Next one, we have Mario. This is all Mario ones. Wow,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is great. We got
We're ending
Mario,
with the big three.
the
here.
big three. That's crazy. I mean, Mario Sports was up there. That's a big four.
Well,
I'm just kidding. All right, we got Mario Kart.
S tier.
I'm giving this an S.
Yeah.
I don't
I
even
like-
think you even need to explain why.
No,
it is so culturally relevant.
Yeah.
So like it crosses generations. You can
Yeah.
pick it up
Straight
and
to
play
S.
it. It's just S.
Straight to S.
It's
There
just
we go.
S.
It just belongs there.
S. So weirdly
You know
enough,
why it's S tier. We know why it's S tier.
We all know.
Like we all know.
Weirdly enough, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe might be my best game.
Really?
That like I'm best at.
Yeah, I cannot beat
weirdly.
him.
You can't beat him?
I beat him once or twice.
I've almost lapped him multiple times.
Like
So
he's
you-
stupid good.
Have you beat it on 200cc?
No, I only play it with friends. I
Yeah.
almost never play by
But
myself.
what level do you the computers?
I
play
do
with
I do a mix between 150 mirror and 200.
Yeah, I always do 150. So, because 150 is good enough for the people who are not as good. to
Yeah,
the people who are really
200 is really fun if you want it to be really chaotic.
good. Yeah, it is very chaotic.
Yeah.
So
All right.
what's this next one?
Next
We're
one,
in
we
the two.
have Mario Party.
We're saving the biggest one
Biggest
for
one.
last.
That's
for last.
crazy.
So Mario Party,
I have a take on this one.
I
I think it's so good.
would
It's
put
S.
it I would put it in A tier.
And I agree with Ryan.
Really?
The reason why I agree with Ryan about Mario Party being an A tier, don't get me wrong. I
Sorry, producer Amaya.
love Mario Party.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
It's
a game you could play with friends literally for like 3 days straight.
Yes,
I bought Mario Party when it was Ryan, Amaya, Kate, and I. We chalked up 30 hours in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's so much fun. I love Mario Party, but hear me out. Which Mario Party games are the best?
See, I haven't.
Do you want me to be honest?
It's the first couple, and then like
recent.
the
two.
recent two. I don't mind.
I think the 4 GameCube ones are the best.
Yes, I like.
I
those ones
would
too.
I would give it to Nintendo 64, but the first one just isn't.
Yeah. But the one that I hate, and I will like the reason why it's going down to A tier is the Mario Party, whatever one they put you all in the same car.
Mario Party 10.
When they put you all in the same car, what is the point of Mario Party then? What is the point of venturing off on your own to go wherever direction you want? You're going the direction with everyone else. That's so stupid. And they went so wrong with that. And that irked me because I love Mario Party. I love playing it with all my friends on the 64, on the GameCube. But on the Wii, when that came out, I was like, what is this garbage? This is straight up garbage. It made me hate it. And then when the Switch was saying, hey, we're coming out with a new Mario Party, I was like hesitant.
Yeah.
I was like, is it going to be the same? And then I got it, and it made me fall right back in love with it.
It's such a good game, and I feel like I get the argument for A. Like, and then when I also think about it, it's like the only way you can play that is with other people.
Yeah, you have
Smash
to play
Bros
with
has the aspect of you have the solo. Every other game you have solo. Mario Party is only with people, and like on one side of it, it does what it does. It is Mario Party. It's meant to be played with multiple people, and it does a great job at that. I am new to it, so I'm fine with A. I didn't grow up with it. This is new to me, so I'll say A.
So my thing with Mario Party is I completely agree with Joel with Mario Party 10. How that almost destroyed the franchise.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just a bad entry.
It was
like we didn't get a real Mario Party game for like
years.
7 or 8 years after that.
Wow.
Because they were so hesitant. Then they brought Super Mario Party in. Gonna be honest, kind of sucks too. Way better.
Way
but
better.
Sucks.
I do like the aspect though of the each character having their own personal
I think that's cool.
I love that.
I think the mini games in Super Mario Party were mid. You had really high highs, but super low lows.
Yeah, there are a lot of
then
the easy games.
Boards are so tiny.
Only
in
4.
that one.
Yeah, only 4. I did like the mode where you were able to walk wherever you want with a partner.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that one. I like that one.
But I think so. I'm a sucker for GameCube. That's the console I grew up with. One of my all-time favorite games is Mario Party 4, which is a hot take apparently. Apparently that's people don't like that one very much, but that was just the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
So I'm very biased. I've played 1 through 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, and like all the Switch ones. I think Mario Party arguably has some of the highest highs out of any of these games. But I'm going to keep it real. Mario Party might have the lowest low out of any franchise on this list. And that's saying something because you have the Star Fox game that came out on the Wii U. You have Luigi's Mansion 2 on here.
Yeah.
You have a game series that hasn't had an entry in over 20 years. You have, Splatoon, but you have Splatoon on here. You have Breath of the Wild on here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the highs with Mario Party are some of the highest highs
So much fun.
So much
dude.
fun.
out of any Nintendo franchise. Like
definitely.
I would take Mario Party, some of the Mario Parties over any Wii Sports games.
Yeah.
I would take some of them over Mario Kart. I'm not going to go that far for Pokemon and Zelda, but how low Mario Party 10 is, I have to put it in
So
A.
Mario Party's going A.
Yeah.
Okay. And then our last and only glorious one on here.
Did you spin the wheel?
Hey, producer. Ah,
Producer's going wild. She's going hog wild.
Producer
And the
has an
next one
addiction
is-
to Super Mario
she
Party.
does.
Sorry.
Or she. It.
It.
He.
They.
Hopefully
No.
Sorry, Sean.
So Super Mario.
So that includes all the Mario
3D,
3D,
whatever, 2D.
the original Mario's, Mario Odyssey,
We're including
Mario
all 2D
Sunshine.
and 3D games.
So-
Mario Galaxy.
So we're all going to look at each other straight in the eyes and we're going to go S.
Oh,
What?
my.
2D Mario.
I'll see you guys later.
2D Mario has some of the
Episode 4.
lowest lows.
What?
2D Mario has some of the lowest lows on this list.
Okay, you can't have the same argument for 2D Mario as you had for Mario Party. That doesn't matter.
There's
There's so many
hits
Mario
with
games.
Mario
that are so
games
good.
that you can't.
The thing
Mario
is,
64,
my
Mario
thing with,
Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Paper Mario's a classic one. That's
I'm
a
not
fun one.
arguing against
Mario Odyssey.
any 3D Mario game. I think all of those.
Those are great.
I
Super
won't count-
Mario.
I won't count Odyssey in this just because I've never beaten it, but I think the other 3D Mario games are all S tier. It's the 2D games where they use the same formula for like 20 years in a row, and it's like, okay, we're getting the same slop every single year. Like for the new Super Mario Bros. Series, the DS one, so fun, fresh, changed everything with 2D Mario. Then you have New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and you're like, this is awesome. You have motion controls with Mario now. Because the last normal 2D Mario game that I like actually can think of off the top of my head in that same style is Super Mario World, which one of the highest highs of all Mario. One of the best Mario games ever. But then you keep on going down this rabbit hole of New Super Mario Bros. U. New Super Mario Bros. 2, which is apparently a thing, even though it's like the fourth one. And then you have all the Game Boy games where it's like they're either just remaking to sell copies, or you have like Super Mario in the Secret World or whatever it's called. And then the first game, it's fun. It's not that fun anymore. Second Mario game, not that fun in general. Third one, that's where it gets good, and then you get Super Mario World, and then you go into the S tier ones.
Okay, I need you to know this. We said we had the big three left, and all of the big three has pretty much ended up in A tier.
Well, I say big three because they're iconic.
I need you to know.
That's like saying LeBron, Steph, and KD are the big three. They never played together.
If you go around and go, yo.
Yeah, they did.
Legitimately played together.
What are you talking about? The Olympics
on an
is
official
the
NBA team.
That's legit. There's stats.
Is a kind of NBA team, USA.
I'm telling you right now, if Super
is a
Mario
world
goes
team.
anywhere below
No,
S,
it has to be S.
you're just
There's
wrong.
so many good games,
This
so
is just
many
the same
iconic.
argument as Toy Story. It's iconic. It's
No, but
No,
it's not
grew
iconic
up
'cause-
and I still play Mario games and have so much
Nostalgia.
fun.
But all around is so good.
It's
It's
just a
like
good
so much fun.
game.
Like I can go back and play Odyssey. I can go back and play even the very first one, Super Mario and Super Mario World 1, 2, and 3. Like I can go back to those ones and play it. Yes, I didn't play the Wii ones as much, and there's a lot of argument where those ones are not as good, right?
What?
But I think that every other one, Mario 64 is such
my
a classic game.
so
Mario
good.
Galaxy is
You
one
can't
of my
say anything. You've only played the DS version.
I still played
You are
it.
not a real
Okay,
fan of
that's- I
still played
64.
But Mario
a different
Galaxy
game.
is
Sorry, my parents weren't
I'm gonna
rich.
be real though. Mario Galaxy is my favorite one. There's
I
something about Mario
understand that.
Galaxy is so much fun to me. Like I enjoy that one. I remember being at my aunt's house down in Southern California. Oh, I doxed myself. Anyways, but I would go visit them. I stayed with them for like a week or two, and my cousin had the game on the Wii, Mario Galaxy, and I played it, and I beat that game in a week.
I
was
still
staying
have
up
yet to beat that
late,
game, dude.
Yeah, I haven't
like
either.
late every night
Love it,
playing
though.
it, and I love it. Super Mario, all those games belong in S tier. It belongs with Wii Sports. It belongs with Pokemon. It belongs with Zelda. It belongs with Mario Kart. It belongs up there. Like if you're telling me that Mario Kart is in S tier, Super Mario has to be up there with S tier.
See, I feel like a lot of the Mario games, though, because of problems they have, aren't as replayable as Zelda, as Mario Kart.
But there's a lot of Mario Kart ones that are not.
Yeah,
recent
I would
Pokemon
say
games.
Mario Kart is A and Super Mario is S. I
Like,
would flip those.
Did you ever play all the other Mario Kart ones and thought these are the best Mario Kart games? I can play these.
They're the
nonstop.
same concept
Yeah.
over and over and over
Mario
again.
Kart Deluxe just remastered all the maps and made it so much fun and iconic.
64 maps. No, what is it at?
No, it's on Wii and other ones too.
No, not like 64 maps total. Like, what is it at now? Like 90 or whatever?
Oh, there's a lot of maps. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 90 something.
So I think though, like all the other Mario Karts, we don't play those as much. Like you don't
do.
go back and play them.
I do.
I know you do, but a lot of people don't because Mario Kart has done it. Deluxe has done it better and made it more fun to play now. I think that Super Mario has a lot of games, are older games that I will go back. A lot of people go back and play it and have that same fun aspect. So it has to be an S tier.
See, here's an argument. You have people going back and trying out like the old Mario Kart games here and there. You don't really see or hear people ever talk about going and playing like all the old Mario games. Like 3D ones, yes. 2D ones, no. Like you don't hear people going back and being like, oh, I just played the original Mario Bros. For the first time. It's because the original Mario Bros. Has been redone 3 times now.
Yeah, they have, but I think with the Nintendo Switch Online, a lot of people have gone back and played those games.
Yeah, and they tried
know
for a little
have.
bit, and they realize
I've gone back and played them, and I'm like, wow, I remember playing these games. I remember enjoying playing them and having fun. Yeah, a lot of them are the same, but they're still, the levels are so much fun to play still. And there's Easter eggs in them, which you can do different stuff.
See, my thing is, I don't have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of the Mario series. Like, for most video games, I take it how I, like, see it, other than, like, my favorite ones. But even then, like, Mario Sunshine, top 3 favorite game of mine all time. But I understand that it is arguably the worst 3D Mario game. Like, I can clearly see why it's argued as the worst 3D Mario game. So I'm trying to come at this with an unbiased perspective. And honestly, a lot of the series just doesn't really hold up. And I do think this series has the highest highs. But I think it also has some pretty low lows. And that's what holds it from being an S tier. Because where you have Mario Party, right? I'm using kind of the same logic here. I think Mario Party has the lowest low, though, and that's what keeps it from an S tier for me. Whereas Super Mario, like the term in general, it has the most amount of games, unless you're including Pokemon versions. Like, if you're counting Black and White, Diamond Pearl, then Pokemon easily takes it. But Super Mario technically has the most titles under it out of any franchise we have here. You can combine multiple franchises, and Super Mario still outnumbers it. And it's just, once you get to that point, once you have a certain amount of misses, you just can't put it in S tier. That's the thing.
I disagree with you. I don't think it has a lot of misses. I see your opinion on it, but I think
You're just wrong.
I think that what you're saying it misses is just like, I think that it still holds up. I don't think those games are terrible games. Like Mario Party 10 is a terrible game. Like, yeah,
Amen.
These games might be remastered and redone and same thing, but they're still fun games to play. They're not terrible games to play where you're like, I don't want to play this franchise ever again for a long time. Where Mario Party 10 does that for me. When I play these other ones, it does not give me that feeling like I don't ever want to play a single Mario Party or single Mario game again. It makes me be like, wow, like these are fun, but I know that I can go play Galaxy and it's better and I enjoy that more, but it doesn't, these lesser games don't draw me away from it. It actually kind of makes me want to go play the other ones because I enjoyed those ones more. Where Mario Party 10 makes me like, I don't want to play any Mario Party game ever. So that's why I think that it needs to still be an S because of that.
I think just growing up on it and
Nostalgia.
playing it. No. It's not. It's nostalgia.
It's not nostalgia because we're still playing.
But
Mario
I've
Odyssey
played it
still now,
so
and it's a lot of
much,
fun.
dude. I've played so much of it, and I still would love to go back. Like, I would be down to go just sit on my 2DS and play the Mario DS or whatever
Shout
it's called.
2DS users.
Shout out. It's so much fun, and it's so like your argument of like it's the same thing over and over. It's the same thing over and over because it's so good, and it's so basic and so easy and so fun. You can turn your brain off and go stomp a Goomba, go kick a Koopa, and still have fun with it. It's just so
You get frustrated at it for losing.
Yeah,
lives and
and
doing simple tasks.
yeah, but it's so much fun, and it's that like.
But it's
easy
when you
to
take
just
that
do.
such a simple thing is when it gets stale and boring.
But what does it have to do? Like Zelda, it's the same concept. You're going through temples and solving things and
But it's different items, different characters,
different items, different characters in
Different
Mario.
maps. The new Super Mario series used like the same 4 items plus like 1 or 2 extras. They used the same maps for every single game.
All right.
I think we need to decide now.
I think we need to decide. All right.
I think this deserves A tier. It's just all the 2D type. If you're going 3D only, I think it's an S tier easily. But when you're including the 2D and most of them are almost exactly the same, I think that just takes a lot of creativity out of them. And you have the few where they are super creative and super fun, but then you have most of them where it's just like, it's like I just beat a Mario game. Let me go try the next one. Or let me go try a different one from like 10 years later. And it's like, I'm kind of just playing the same thing here, just with a different paint job over it.
So, Joel, what is your ranking?
I'm going to go simple. And what does simple start with?
A.
S.
S.
I say S as well. And just so we do this right, and we have
Where's my
3
handshake
people.
agreement here?
Amaya,
We didn't make it one.
producer Amaya, what do you give this? Since
And there we go.
There we
All right.
go. S tier.
That was
Man.
looking great. Guys,
Oh
Man.
that was a
That
was
was-
a
that was an episode. All right.
that
was,
I think we but I think that was the most passionate we've been about a tier list so far.
And I think it wasn't about actually like the last one was about the placing, but most of these other ones were just
It was
about
just our childhood
experience
Yeah.
and our like differences between the games,
Yeah.
not the franchise itself. So that was a good one. Do you guys you guys want to rank them off for all the one listening still?
Sure. So we'll start off with super sweet S tier. We got Wii Sports, Pokemon, Zelda, Mario Kart 8, and Super
Mario Kart, not Mario Kart.
Mario
8.
Kart, my bad. I read it.
All right, in the A tier we got Super Smash Bros. And Mario Party.
B tier, we have B for Metroid, B for Mario Sports, and B for Animal Crossing.
C tier, we got Kirby, Donkey Kong, and F-Zero rounding that out.
And we have in the D tier we have Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem, Star Fox, and Pikmin.
So I was gonna make a joke here for F tier and say Splatoon, more like, but then I couldn't figure
Flat
out.
Tune.
Yeah, but there's the P
it-
there.
it's
You got to
flat.
replace the S with an F, but then
Yeah,
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
F
I
Platoon.
didn't really know how to go with that one.
It should get rid of the S and just put an F.
Yeah,
It's
you
F
just had to
Platoon.
do it.
But in F tier, we got Splatoon, which, you know.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's
Splatoon.
not.
It's a sad way to end it.
It's a sad way. All right.
How did the Splatoon characters get put in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? That's what I want to know.
It's sad.
It's sad. All right. Before we end it off, do we have what's like one of your favorite topics in a certain ranking? Liam, do you have one?
My favorite, I mean, dude, they're all ranked so well. I think the question should be, what is your favorite one up here? I don't need explanation, but what is your favorite franchise up here? I know yours, but I don't know yours.
My favorite franchise?
Franchise, yeah. What's your favorite one up there?
Gosh, I have
Mine is Splatoon.
I have two.
Okay.
But I'll just say, oh gosh,
Just say both of them.
I love Mario Party so much that it's one of my favorite franchises. But then there's something about Legend of Zelda and what it brings, because I love like role playing games and single player games that that is also my favorite. So those two are like near and dear to my heart.
So Mario Party and Zelda?
Yeah.
Ryan, I'll give you two. What are your two favorite franchises on here?
Do you want me to go outside of Pokemon and Zelda?
No,
or-
you can-
You can say those two.
Then I'm
Just
gonna-
Pokemon and Zelda?
Zelda.
I can give you a top 3 of my favorite games in both. Like, it's
Yeah.
that simple,
Yeah.
you know?
So for me, I mean, Pokemon is a classic, and then I've got to go Super Mario.
Yeah.
Super Mario, it's just a classic.
There's a
I
lot
grew
of
up
good
on
ones
it.
there,
It was so good.
So, anyways,
Nostalgia.
thank you guys so much for listening to the Tier List podcast. Make sure you guys like and comment on everything
Yep.
on Instagram, TikTok, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all of it. So
Everything.
thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for episode 5.
And make sure to go watch the other ones and share this.
This is in episode 5?
This is episode 4.
4.
Oh,
Yeah.
beats me.
Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Peace out.